G'day guys, welcome back to another video. Now today I'm going to be doing my ladder predictions on Squiggle. So if you haven't seen my actual ladder predictions, I will pop the link in the description. James will be doing this video tomorrow or the next day hopefully, but so I know that I've been premiering a lot of videos, normally late too, sorry about that, but I thought premiering a ladder predictions video is necessary because, it's engaging and stuff, people have their thoughts, but I'll be doing less premieres, so so first game, Melbourne vs Bulldogs. I think Melbourne should get the job done there by 20 points. Richmond will smash Carlton, I reckon. I reckon Richmond will be good this year. Now, out my boys, Collingwood versus St Kilda. Could go anyway, really. Should be a good game. You can call me biased, but I kind of feel like Collingwood will win, as it is Craig McRae's first game, but not by much. Only a couple of points. Geelong versus Essendon. Geelong should win that. GWS versus Sydney. It's a bit of a weird one. GWS normally do get the win, but I'm going to go with Sydney by about 8 or 9 points. Brisbane versus Port. I'm going to go Brisbane by quite comfortably. Hawthorn versus North Melbourne. I think Hawks will just get the job done there. Adelaide versus Freo. I'm going to go with Freo by about 25. West Coast versus Gold Coast. West Coast, but not by much. Western Bulldogs taking on Carlton, round 2. Think we've got to go the Bulldogs by about 30 points. Sydney versus Geelong. Think Sydney will get the job done here, but not by much. A couple of close games started off. Again, you can call me biased, but I think the Pies should beat the Crows by about 20 points. Collingwood are on top. Essendon versus Brisbane. I reckon Essendon may be in an upset for this one. I'm going to go Essendon by about 9 points. Port versus Hawthorn. Port should get that done, you'd think. Gold Coast versus Melbourne. Melbourne will thump them just like they did last time. North versus West Coast. North will win that game, I reckon, for their first win of the season. About 19 points. Richmond versus GWS. Richmond should get the job done by about 20 points. Freo versus St Kilda. Could be a close game, but I'm going to go Freo, but not by too much. About 9 points. Western Bulldogs taking on Sydney. I think I've got to go the Bulldogs there. Melbourne versus Essendon. I'm going to go Essendon, a bit of an upset. So where are Essendon? They're 6th. They've beaten Brisbane and Melbourne. Adelaide versus Port. I think Adelaide might get the win. I reckon Adelaide will finally win a showdown. Not by much though, in a thriller. An absolute thriller by 2 points. GWS should beat Gold Coast, although no, they should. Collingwood versus Geelong. You'd think Geelong would beat us fairly easily. Collingwood's still in the 8. Brisbane versus North. I'm going to go Brisbane by about 30 points. Carlton versus Hawthorn. Carlton are going to have a great game and smash them, I reckon. St Kilda versus Richmond. Richmond will thump the Saints. St Kilda is 17th. Yeah, right. West Coast Freo. I'm going to go Freo. Win another, what's it called? Perth Derby, whatever you want to call it. I forgot what it was called. WA Derby. Melbourne versus Port. Melbourne should win that fairly easily. Geelong versus Brisbane. I think Brisbane will get the job done for that one. Sydney versus North. Sydney should win that. So, the top 4, Freo in the top 4 at the moment. Collingwood versus West Coast. I think we'll beat them again. I really do, but not by as much as last time. Richmond versus Richmond versus Bulldogs. I think Richmond only just, though, by 11 points. Freo are going to beat GWS in a bit of an upset. Freo are sitting 2nd, Collingwood inside the 8. Make sure you do check out my other ladder predictions video if you haven't already. I think Essendon should beat Adelaide fairly easily. Hawthorn versus St Kilda. Saints will win that one. Gold Coast versus Carlton. I reckon Gold Coast will win in a bit of an upset by about 19 points. Collingwood versus Brisbane. Brisbane should win that one. North versus the Bulldogs. Gotta go Bulldogs fairly easily. West Coast versus Sydney. I'm going to go West Coast in a bit of an upset. In an upset, because that is an upset. St Kilda versus Gold Coast. I think St Kilda should get the win there. Adelaide versus Richmond. Richmond will thump the Crows. Melbourne versus GWS. I'm going to go Melbourne, but not by much. Well, that was quite a lot, 22 points, but it's not too much, but you know. Port versus Carlton. Port should win that one fairly easily. Essendon versus Freo. I think that Essendon will get the job done there. Hawthorn versus Geelong. Geelong should win that one by about 40 points. GWS St Kilda. Can I go the Saints in a bit of an upset? Collingwood are no longer in the 8. Bulldogs versus Adelaide. Bulldogs will thump them. Bulldogs' percentage is looking good, while Richmond's percentage is looking very good. Port versus West Coast. I think could be a close game. I'm just going to go Port by like 2 points. Freo versus Carlton. Gonna go Freo. North versus Geelong. Have to go Geelong there, but not by too much. Adelaide sitting in last at the moment. The bottom... What did I say? When I was saying bottom, that was weird. The bottom 10 doesn't... It's pretty accurate at the moment. It's not too bad. Right, Gold Coast versus Brisbane. Brisbane should win that. I reckon Richmond will win the Dreamtime game, but not by too much. I think about 9 points is reasonable. Hawthorn versus Sydney. Gonna go Hawthorn, a bit of an upset. Well, in an upset. Collingwood versus Essendon. Essendon should get the job done. You'd think. Essendon just bumped up to 3rd. Gee. Alright, West Coast versus Richmond. Gonna go West Coast there fairly easily. Richmond are on fire at the moment. They haven't lost a game. Geelong versus Freo. Geelong should win that. We're Freo. They've dropped down to 5th. Adelaide versus GWS. Giants should win that easily. Melbourne versus Hawthorn. Melbourne will thump Hawthorn by about 61 points. St Kilda are going to beat Port. I don't care what you say. Carlton versus North. Carlton. Collingwood versus Gold Coast. We should beat Gold Coast, you'd think. We didn't last year, but you'd think we beat Gold Coast this time. Western Bulldogs taking on the Bombers. I think the Bulldogs should get that done. Brisbane versus Sydney. I think Brisbane by 10. Brisbane are sitting in 2nd, but I just don't feel like they should be 2nd. I think they should be a bit lower, but oh well. Bulldogs should beat Port. Freo should beat North, but not by too much. Richmond should smash us fairly easily. Sydney will probably beat Gold Coast, you'd think. Yeah. GWS versus Geelong. I reckon GWS will get that one done. I don't care what you say, Geelong fans. Most Geelong fans are normally biased, to be honest. Essendon versus Hawthorn. I think Hawthorn in an upset. Where are Essendon? Essendon are 7th. They were in the top 4 before. Brisbane will beat West Coast easily. Melbourne versus St Kilda. Melbourne should win that one fairly easily. Carlton versus Adelaide. Carlton will win that. Collingwood versus Bulldogs. Bulldogs will win that. So Collingwood are 10th. They were in the top 4 at one stage, but they've dropped down a bit. Hawthorn versus Richmond. Richmond will win that, keeping they're 9-0 Richmond. They're unstoppable at the moment. I think Port will beat North. Port are in 10th. Geelong versus St Kilda. I think Geelong should win. Geelong normally beat St Kilda. Sydney versus Essendon. I reckon Essendon, you could say it's an upset, but yeah. Right, Adelaide versus Brisbane. I'm going to go Adelaide and then a bit of an upset. I think Brisbane will have one of their horrible games and Adelaide will win by about 30 points. Gold Coast versus Freo. I'm going to go Gold Coast in another upset, just by 1 point. GWS Carlton, Giants should win that game. Melbourne should thump the Eagles. Carlton versus Sydney, gonna go Sydney there. Geelong versus Port, I reckon Port will bounce back after losing a couple of games in a row. Just the 10-point win there. GWS should beat West Coast. It should be fairly easy, you'd think. Hawthorn versus Brisbane. Brisbane will win that one. Melbourne will win that. Richmond will beat Essendon by very easily there. Bulldogs versus Gold Coast. You have to go Bulldogs. St Kilda will beat Adelaide. We're going to beat Freo in an upset by 2 points. Sorry, Freo fans. We're Freo. Freo are 6th. GWS will beat Brisbane. I think we'll beat Carlton. We normally play decent against them. Geelong versus Adelaide. Geelong should win that. Melbourne versus Freo. I think Melbourne probably. St Kilda versus North. Saints. Sydney versus Richmond. Richmond by about 31. Gold Coast versus Hawthorn. Gonna go Hawthorn by about 3 points. Port versus Essendon. Gotta go Essendon, I think. West Coast Bulldogs. Normally a good game, and I think Bulldogs should win it again. Collingwood versus Hawthorn. I think. Call me biased. Come on, call me biased, but we're gonna smash Hawthorn, I reckon. Not gonna be we're 7th now. Gee. Melbourne versus Sydney. Gotta go Melbourne. Bulldogs, another. Yeah. I'm gonna go the Bulldogs by about not 8 points. Adelaide versus West Coast. I think Adelaide should get that one done, only just. West Coast fans will probably be calling me stupid, I don't know. North versus Gold Coast. I think you'd have to go North just. Gold Coast, West Coast to 18th. Jeez Louise, I forgot to add the Z. Freo Brisbane. I think just Brisbane. Brisbane St Kilda. I think the Saints in a bit of an upset. Collingwood versus Melbourne. The Pies normally play pretty decent against Melbourne, but I feel like I could be just biased, but I think we might beat Melbourne. I reckon we will, to be honest. You can call me biased, but I just think Collingwood are I don't think we'll finish last, but I don't think we'll make the 8. I think we'll beat them again by 17 points. Essendon are going to beat Carlton. We're at Carlton. 14th, okay. GWS will beat North. Richmond will thump Port. Fremantle Hawthorn. Freo will win that one. Gold Coast versus Adelaide. I think Adelaide. GWS and Bulldogs. I'm going to have to go Bulldogs. Richmond Carlton. Gotta go Richmond by about 45 or 43. Essendon St Kilda. I think you'd have to go Essendon probably. About 13 points. Port Sydney. Sydney should win that one by 5 points. Sydney 11th, so not in the 8. But yeah, Geelong will smash West Coast. I don't think West Coast will do well this year. Carlton Freo. Freo will win. Collingwood GWS. Giants will beat us fairly. Not easily, I don't know. Richmond, they'll beat. Richmond still haven't lost. They're doing even better than Melbourne did last year. Richmond still haven't lost a game. Melbourne will beat Brisbane by a couple points. North are going to beat Adelaide. North will beat Adelaide. Sydney are going to beat St Kilda. Bulldogs are going to thump Hawthorn. Port are going to beat Gold Coast. West Coast are going to cause an upset here. Bulldogs will beat Brisbane by a comfortable margin. Carlton, St Kilda, going to have to go the Saints, I think. Saints are 9th. They could make the 8. Sydney, Essendon, going to go Essendon just. I reckon North will beat Geelong in an upset. Gold Coast, I think they're going to get revenge on us this time. I think Collingwood, this is where they start to choke a bit. GWS, I think Hawthorn, they're going to come good at the end of the year. They're going to rise up a couple spots, and I reckon they'll beat GWS. Oh, no! Richmond, West Coast. Gonna have to go, probably, you'd have to go Richmond. Melbourne will beat Adelaide. Port will just beat Freo. Brisbane will just beat Essendon. Collingwood will beat North, I reckon, by about 11 points. I can't see Collingwood making the 8, but maybe. You never know. Melbourne will beat Geelong. Howard Collingwood 6th. Richmond will beat... Richmond haven't lost a game. Wow. Hawthorn vs Adelaide. Adelaide are going to win that one. St Kilda Freo. I gotta go Freo, I think, in that one. Bulldogs Sydney. Gotta go Bulldogs. Port are going to cause a bit of an upset against GWS. We're at GWS. They're 9th, just outside the 8. West Coast Carlton. Gonna go Carlton. Carlton Geelong. Gonna go Geelong there. Gold Coast gonna cause a bit of an upset against Essendon. GWS Brisbane. Gonna go Brisbane. Hawthorn West Coast. Gotta go Hawthorn, I think. Richmond are gonna thump them. Richmond still haven't lost a game. Bulldogs are gonna get a comfortable win against Saints. Collingwood will beat Adelaide, I reckon. I can't see Collingwood finishing that high. You'd think they'd end up dropping down. Melbourne, Port, got to go with Melbourne there. Freo, Sydney, gotta go Sydney probably. Brisbane, Gold Coast, you gotta go Brisbane. Carlton, GWS, you know, the Giants there. Collingwood, Essendon will beat us by 30 points. North, Hawthorn, gonna go Hawthorn actually. So West Coast will look like they're going to finish last at the moment. Richmond will get... Oh, Freo do beat Richmond sometimes, but I'm going to go Richmond. Richmond's percentage, woof, gee, they look like a strong side. Sydney, going to beat Adelaide. Bulldogs are just going to beat Melbourne by 3 points. Geelong will beat Port. West Coast will beat St Kilda. Port will just beat us. North will get a bit of an upset against Essendon. Geelong are going to upset Bulldogs, kind of. I don't know. Gold Coast, West Coast. Gotta go. I think I'll go Gold Coast. And I reckon this will be it. After 18 wins in a row, Richmond have lost to the Brisbane Lions by 10 points, by 12 points, sorry. And St Kilda Hawthorn, gonna go. Hawthorn are gonna have a late surge, but I don't think they'll end up making the 8. GWS are just gonna beat Sydney, I reckon. Adelaide Carlton, gotta go Carlton there. Melbourne Freo, I think Melbourne should get that done. Brisbane will beat Carlton, Geelong will beat St Kilda, GWS, Essendon will beat GWS, I reckon. So Collingwood's still in the 8, which doesn't seem right. Hawthorn will beat Gold Coast. Melbourne will get revenge on us this time. North will beat Sydney in an upset, which means where is Sydney? They're 10th. It's going to be a race to the 8 between Port, Sydney, Freo and Collingwood. I don't think it'll be Collingwood. I think Sydney should make it. Bulldogs, Freo, Richmond will bounce back and beat Port. West Coast, Adelaide. Can I go Adelaide? Essendon, Port Adelaide. I'm going to go with Essendon, which puts that makes Port fans nervous. Gold Coast, Geelong. Gonna go Geelong. Melbourne should beat Carlton. So the top 4 could change, but top 3's locked in. But top 4 could be GWS, Essendon, or Geelong. But yeah, Richmond, Hawthorn. Gonna go Richmond. They'll end Hawthorn's finals hopes. Well, they could still win Hawthorn, but I doubt it. St Kilda, Brisbane. Gonna go Brisbane. Collingwood, Sydney. Pies, they do beat Sydney sometimes, but not this time. Bulldogs, GWS. Bulldogs will smash GWS, which makes GWS fans nervous. North Adelaide, I reckon North are going to get the job done. Another Freo derby, Perth derby. Gotta go Freo again, I reckon. Which puts Freo in the 8. And the last round, it's going to come down to the last round. Wowee. Melbourne, Brisbane. Brisbane, so the top 4's locked in. Melbourne, Brisbane. Gonna go Brisbane in a bit of an upset. Carlton, Collingwood. Just Collingwood. Collingwood have bounced into 7th. No way. Oh, no way. Richmond. If Richmond beat Essendon here. Oh no, Essendon top 6 is locked in. But I think Richmond will beat Essendon. I think Collingwood have made the 8. Geelong, West Coast. Gotta go Geelong. GWS, Freo. We'll go Freo just though. Oh, so if Sydney win, I think they will make the 8. If GWS just lost, so if Sydney win, they will make the 8. I don't think they've played yet. Bulldogs will beat Hawthorn. North will beat GWS. Sydney versus St Kilda. If Sydney win, they will make the 8. And they will put Collingwood fans into tears. They will make Collingwood fans cry. And I really hope this doesn't happen, but the Sydney Swans are going to win it. And Collingwood are not going to make it. Port versus Adelaide. Going to go Port. And there we are. There is my ladder. Now we move into finals. So Collingwood finishing 9th. Richmond 1st. Bulldogs 2nd. Melbourne 3rd. Brisbane 4th. So you can look through at my ladder. You can pause the video. We'll move on to finals now. So West Coast coming in last, which is a bit surprising. Yeah, but that ladder does seem quite right. Probably would put Collingwood down a couple places though. Right, Brisbane qualifying final 1. Brisbane, Richmond. Gotta go Richmond. They'll bounce back. Geelong versus Freo. Oh, gee, this will be a close game. Oh, I think Geelong are just going to hang on. Only just. Essendon, Sydney. I reckon Essendon are going to get the job done and move on to the semi-final too. And we've got a 2021 Grand Final rematch between the D's and the Dogs. And the Dogs are going to get it done. So now, Brisbane, Geelong. I think Brisbane will get it done and play Bulldogs in the preliminary final too. And I think that Melbourne are going to get the job done there. Now, preliminary final 1 comes down to the D's and the Tigers. So, who's going to win it? Who is going to win it? Melbourne. Now, I know I did predict Richmond to win it in my 2022 predictions, and I do think they'll win it. But I just feel like if it's a preliminary final between Richmond and Melbourne, I just feel like Melbourne will win in the preliminary final. But see, if it's a Richmond-Melbourne grand final, I think Richmond will win. I don't know why. Now, will it be a 2021 grand final rematch? Or will the Lions make it? And this is Brisbane's last chance of winning a flag, I reckon. And I think they know that. And they are going to get the job done. Now, it comes down, Melbourne or Brisbane. Who am I going to choose? Melbourne or Brisbane? I really don't know. I'm going to go the Brisbane Lions. The Brisbane Lions have won it on my squiggle predictions, and I don't think they will. I think Richmond will. But I just think they'll have that sense of hunger in finals, thinking, right, it's our last chance to win one. So, yeah. But that is my squiggle predictions. I know it was a long video, but if you guys do want longer videos, comment down below. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate the support recently. Drop a sub because got lots of good ideas for the footy season. Gonna be smashing out the videos. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.